finna give it them in the mum. Keep it coming to killing them. Then he gotta be drilling them. Thinking they gotta be feeling them. Spitting lithium, see that we ain't gonna be spilling them and getting them stupid to the point where there's no forgiving them. Hoping you're listening and you're paying attention and you're witnessing the way that I be cushioning the mic and getting in the zone. I be flattening and packing and people from the front to the back and then got me acting.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today from Clash Royale. I've got a real good one for you guys. I'm joined by my man Wen, who is absolutely just going to be providing some of the most insane gameplay that I have ever shared here on this channel. So you guys got a treat in store for you today. I just want to remind you real quick, I have a Discord server that I do $50 weekly giveaways. I also host 3 or 4 10K tournaments, and I always send out notifications on my Discord server whenever I do that. There's over 11,000 people in there right now. Go ahead and join. The link will be in the pinned comment. Also, I changed my Twitter handle from @ClashWithAsh to @CWA. That's it, 3 letters. And I issue challenges like the one we're going to talk about today on Twitter on a weekly basis. So what is this challenge? Well, some people called it the impossible challenge, even pro players. I challenged anybody in the world to win a grand challenge using a 1.9 elixir deck. Now, I shared 2.1 elixir decks the last week or two, and you guys really love that gameplay. So I said, you know, what's more difficult? How about a sub 2 elixir deck? And this is the deck that Wen from Pain Gaming, Latin America, Brazilian Pro. I hope we get Latin America CRL sometime. I hope it's gonna happen. Either way, I'd love to see Wen. For those of you who don't know, Wen is widely considered one of the best players in the world. He's finished #1 2 times on ladder, and he's been able to just absolutely dominate, usually using Expo, but he's a very skilled cycle player as well, as we're going to see today. Now, a lot of pros tried, and actually I have some great replays from Diego B and from Surgical Goblin against other pro players such as Sauna Dude, against a Golem deck, against a Sparky deck, all kinds of stuff. I'm sitting on so many replays that I decided to make this one a 2-parter. So this is going to be part 1, focusing on Wen's matches. He went a clean 12-0 with the 1.9 minor cycle. The only pro player to do it, the only one. Diego B finished a 12-win challenge, but he was already 6 or 7 matches in before he switched over to the 1.9 deck. So he was the winner of $250, and I can't wait to share the gameplay with you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the 12-win, and you guys are going to see absolutely, I don't even know what I can issue as a next challenge. What would you guys like to see? I can go down to 1.8, but it's really the same. 1.9 elixir and 1.8, basically you have to use both of the cycle cards, and every other card has to be 2 elixir except for 1 card. So you can really either run Goblin Barrel or Miner, and most people had the most success with Miner. Now, this type of a deck, like I gotta tell you guys right off the bat, this is not a good deck, but it's a good deck to use to A, have a lot of fun, and B, practice your cycling, practice your placement, practice your timing, because you have to, you're forced to kite and identify your opponent's win condition, identify your best answer. You're really limited in your responses here, but it puts you in uncomfortable situations where you have to adjust, and that's really what this game is all about when you go down to a micro level. So playing a deck like this will make you a better player. I promise you guys. So here we go. You're gonna see a lot of Miner cycling, because Miner, Log, and really any combination, well, Zap and any combination of surviving defensive troops is all Wen has here to do damage to the opponent's towers. So here he goes here, the first Mega Knight play. Now, so far things have been rather tame in this match, but wait till you see what's in store for you guys. Just some insane, like, Mega Knight, Inferno Dragon, Prince kiting all over the arena, and it only gets crazier after this match. You're gonna see him beat 2.9 or 3.1 maybe Expo. Like, how do you beat Expo with 1.9 cycle? Well, you guys are gonna see. So here it goes. Poison actually wrecks this deck, right? Because between like any splash damage unit and poison, like Mega Knight or Wizard or whatever, and you're gonna see some of that stuff too, basically everything in this deck dies to that kind of stuff, let alone, you know, poison especially. Everything except for Miner and Ice Golem dies in this deck to the poison. So you're gonna see a lot of opponents trying to take advantage of that against Wen, but Wen is always one step ahead of the opponents items here. So he's able to get a decent amount of chip damage, and you're going to see this a couple times in this episode, guys, that Wen is not afraid, despite his lack of offensive power in this deck, he is not afraid to go opposite lane and kind of switch things up and keep the opponent guessing. The opponent here, by the way, guys, all these opponents, 20 game winners. This guy might be a 19. Everybody else guaranteed 20 game winner. I'll show you their profiles. So he's not playing against, like, you know, Arena 2 guys, right? He's playing against legitimate, like, 20 game winner players, and there was only, what, 8,000 of them in the world. So here we go, guys, just doing a very good job kiting there on that defensive sequence. Goes in for the miner, getting a little bit of chip damage, going ahead and freezing that Inferno Dragon, taking the left tower down to 1188 HP. So far, so good. And you can see he's cycling the Ice Golem, he's cycling the Bats, he's cycling the Skeletons, anything to distract and just get him to another miner, essentially. And he's going to start throwing in that miner and switching up the location. That was a good catch by Jean Carlos there with the Prince. And now look at this push, guys. Oh my god, it's a Prince Mega Knight Poison. But this is a beautiful, beautiful kiting job done here. Another Ice Golem cycling, just pulling everything a little bit to the side so he can cycle to another Skeletons. He's gonna get some chip damage on the tower and totally take care of this push, cycling to another Ice Spirit there and another Bats to intercept on that Mega Minion. The opponent is just raging at this point. I swear, you look at this gameplay and you think to yourself for a second, wait a second, maybe this is a good deck. It's not. It's just a really good player, right? So here he goes, just doing a good job again, pulling that Prince into the opposite lane and then eventually killing him. Now we have an Inferno Dragon coming down the left lane. We're about a minute into overtime here, ladies and gentlemen. The miner goes onto the tower, again gonna be intercepted by that Goblin Gang this time. And we're gonna kite that Mega Knight, and we're gonna kite the Inferno Dragon into the right lane. Check it out, now it's a Prince. So Mega Knight, Prince, Inferno Dragon, and a Mega Minion. We're gonna pull everything over with the Ice Golem here. Mega Knight does make a connection there on the right tower, but not before our miner takes that left tower down to 360 damage. Doing a good job kiting the Prince to the left side of the arena. Now the Prince is going back over to the right side of the arena. The miner makes contact and gets that 12 win, 12-0 with this deck in a GC by Wen. Incredible. So let's go ahead and watch the Expo matchup here. This is the 11 win against It's Zyar TM. You can see again a 20 game winner. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. Expo. How do you stop an Expo deck when your win condition is really, along with the Ice Golem, your only counters to the Expo? It's going to be another insane match. How does he do this? Wait till you guys see. Man, I don't know if I'm gonna do it tomorrow or if I'm gonna make you guys wait a few days. Let me know how badly you want to see this, but wait till you see the Surgical Goblin stuff. Oh my god. He beats Lava Loon, he beats Golem. Are you serious? Against Sana, dude, one of the best Golem players out there. Oh man, I can't wait to show you part 2 of this, but just so many replays again that I didn't want to make it a 45-minute video. I'd rather just kind of stick to Wen this time, and then we'll go on to the beatdown and the Diego beats a bowler kind of giant bowler deck. It's crazy, like it kills everything in his deck. But anyway, back to this matchup here. So early on, we haven't seen have we seen one Expo yet, or I'm too busy blabbing to you guys to pay attention. My apologies. Here we go. We're 1 minute in. This is going to be the first of the second Expo. Now here it comes. Now if you get into Wen's head here, you're just like, oh my god, like. How do I stop? How does he do this? I think it's incredible, especially the opponent's gonna get a really nice lock on at some point here, I remember seeing, and then you're like, okay, he's lost, right? It's GG, but he didn't, because he's Wen. So here we go, guys. It's gonna be just another good job kind of buying some time here against this Valkyrie here, and eventually just cutting her back into the center with the Ice Spirit, and then placing down the Bats, and then we have the miner ready to go again, but we don't use it this time because we have to be strategic, right? So we can't use the miner every single time, especially when we know the opponent has a lot of elixir and Expo in hand. So how is he gonna deal with this? Here it comes. It's an Expo. Whenever they drop the Expo, I just feel like the anxiety coming up within me, like, no, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna stop this? It's Skeletons, it's Ice Spirit. This is what I'm talking about. This is the one lock that the opponent does get in the match here, and Wen immediately gives the good game. He's gonna cycle a log against the Expo, but not before his tower tower falls to 1299 HP. He has to stop any damage. He cannot even let those archers lock onto that left tower, even if just for a second here. He has to play this flawlessly to be able to pick up the victory. So again, sending in that miner to the back right tower. A good Ice Spirit there by the opponent to relock that, or retarget that miner, excuse me, onto the Valkyrie there. Trying to get some chip damage with the log. The opponent's already starting to kind of poison cycle out here, realizing that trying to evade all his cycle cards is proving to be a little bit harder than you would think. So here we go, miner on the tower this time, changing up the miner location. Sometimes he'll send it in on the Expo in double elixir, especially being down in double elixir. He'll start sending in that miner on the tower every time. So here it goes, another log against the Expo. It's funny, we're seeing logs against the Expo doing the brunt of the damage here, some bats as well, but for the most part it's going to be logs and then just cycling ice golems and miners to answer that Expo again. Here we go, this time right lane with a miner and goblins, going to get a decent amount of damage, just barely able to cycle to that ice golem to distract against that Expo. Meanwhile, we log on, we get one bat onto that Expo and another miner onto that left tower. Even with that Tesla, we're going to go ahead and zap, a beautiful zap there to kill the Tesla and get one more hit against that tower, and also hit that Expo with the zap as well. So a very valuable zap there. A nice predictive log by the opponent there, killing the skeletons, but when is on top of it, he's able to cycle to another ice golem here. So just like that, all of a sudden we have the tower down to in the 400s, 300s HP, 319, 255. Log comes down from the opponent. Remember, even Wen gave the GG in Itzair, gave the, I think he gave the sad face early on, but man, who's crying now? It's gonna be probably a little skeleton BM from Wen, but they both give it there, and there it is, another victory against what? An Expo deck? Man, I've never seen gameplay quite like this. It's really incredible stuff here. I mean, it's funny, when I started this challenge with the 2.1 decks last week, I wasn't even sure if it would make good content. I was just like, you know, it's so niche, but now that I've seen the gameplay on both the 2.1 and now the 1.9, geez, it's hard not to love this. At least me. I love seeing these pros just do the impossible. And as a matter of fact, this is no word of a lie. I'm not gonna call them out or anything like it's a really bad thing. It's not. But I saw a few pros reach out to me privately after I issued the challenge, and they said, nah, this is not impossible. This is not possible. Not 1.9, because it's just, you don't have, it's impossible with only one 3 elixir card. Definitely wasn't the case for Wen. He said 12-0, no big deal. So anyway, this time going against kind of a way more meta deck. It's going to be the Magic Archer, Tombstone, and Royal Hogs, another 20-game winner here in Brian. And look at how easily he wins this matchup. It's really, really incredible. So against the Royal Hogs, he's going to use, obviously, Log. He has bats as well. So he has a lot of kind of tools at his disposal to stop the Royal Hogs. And even if he doesn't always make an even elixir trade, he's still going to be able to stop them and cycle to another miner on the opposite tower and out-cycle the Royal Hogs, which is important here. The Magic Archer is going to be one of the bigger pains in the deck that he's going against right now, because he's going to have to use his miner in some situations against the Magic Archer. That leaves him without that win condition, which he needs in hand in order to win this. Well, he needs not in hand, he needs it on the tower in order to win this match. So it's a nice log opportunity here, getting any chip damage he possibly can. He also zaps up those bats, so he gets that left tower down to 1498, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just, we're going into double elixir time, and that's where I almost feel the momentum. I feel the match start to kind of hype up in terms of the amount of troops, the amount of cards played by Wen is just incredible. He literally plays a card faster than every second. It's just because of the nature of the deck. It's 1.9. What do you expect, right? So a big push there by the opponent, taking the right tower down to 1883. But really, it's not that big of a deal. Wen's going to go all in response there. He sends the zap against the bats. He sends the predictive log. He takes out the girl rascals. He gets a ton of damage on that left tower. Heck, even the ice golem is helping out on that left tower. Takes it all the way down to 566 HP. What a beast. Here comes a log down from the opponent in the left lane, but the miner again gets to that left tower. Now we have Royal Hogs. We're going to kite that Royal Ghost a little bit, bite us a little little bit more time. We have the fireball coming in, kills our bats, but we have the skeletons to clean up. And guess what, guys? 106 HP left. One swing of the miner's shovel and a log is going to go ahead and finish off that left tower. And there it is. Another victory by Wen. Wow. I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay, man. I mean, it was so good. You know what? I'm tempted to go ahead and I'm going to hop into a GC and try this deck myself. I just got to do one live match with it. I am not even in the middle of a GC right now, so, you know, it's probably a good thing that it's going to be my first match. By the way, guys, just as kind of a totally unrelated side note, do you know how Grand Challenge matchmaking works? The very first match of a Grand Challenge and a Classic Challenge, you're actually matched up against somebody based on your win rates. That's a factor in the very first match of a GC. So, first matches, you guys might find, a lot of people have experienced this, are kind of difficult at times. So we're going to kite the Royal Ghost, try to get him targeted by both the towers. Kind of botched that a little bit. It's certainly not a Wen-like play, but we are going to go ahead and hopefully kill that Royal... Nope, we won't kill the Royal Ghost. Get the skeletons down. I want to try to mitigate the hits there. I feel like Wen would have taken 0 damage there. Instead, we take quite a bit. Let's try to redirect that Magic Archer to the side there, try to protect our goblins. We do a good job of that. Now we have to kill this Magic Archer before he gets a lot of damage onto our tower here. We're going to go ahead and use our bats here, and then we're going to go ahead and use our miner again on the tower, and hopefully get one of those bats to the tower. Let's see. And we'll just zap those skeletons up. Bad placement on that miner there. I should have diversified a little bit more, but we do get like 3 or 4 hits on that right tower, and there comes the Ice Golem for the opponent. So this time I'm just going to go ahead and Ice Golem again here, try to sneak up from behind that Royal Ghost if I can. Take him out with the goblins, and we do take him out. At least one goblin survives. I'll take it. We're going to go ahead and just be ready with the bats for that. Ooh, gosh. I should have predicted that. All right, we'll freeze everything up here. Very nice. We're going to zap as well. Try to kill. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, well, he's still done more damage than I have, though, at this point. Oh, my gosh. So let's see what he does. He doesn't have Royal Hogs in hand, so I think maybe I can just Ice Golem and Goblins. Ice Golem right here, and Goblins over here. And then we will switch up Miner to the inside here. I don't have, unfortunately, my zap in hand just yet, but I do get to the tower with a couple goblins. That was good, but it could have been much better if I had cycled to the zap. Again, these little mistakes that you never really see Wen make. And this time we're going to go ahead and log. We're going to use the Ice Golem to distract the Royal Ghost. And hopefully, there we go. I want to try to redirect that. I'm going to zap. Okay, we take out the Magic Archer with the miner there, and we should get 1 hit with the miner. We do. Sweet. All right, we need everything we can get here, guys. All right, we're gonna, oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, we botched that. GG. GG, Ash. Bats are gonna do a good job, and we froze everything with the Ice Spirit, but man, he did a lot of damage to us. We need to redirect this. Oh, we got him. Sweet. Okay. That was well played by him there. We're gonna zap, hopefully take out that Royal Ghost. No, not even close, man. Uh-oh. Okay. Here comes the log. Here comes that. Here comes that. Here comes this. And the fireball comes down. We're going to have to zap here, unfortunately. We got skeletons, but, oh, man. This is, I don't know how Wen did this, man. I don't know how he did this. I probably could sit here and go, Owen, well played, man. We could probably sit here and go 0-3 all day, but I'll spare you guys the pain. Man, that was intense. And hopefully you guys have a lot of fun with the deck. Again, it's the type of deck that you guys can try to actually use to just practice and get better at the game. Whether it's in a classic challenge, heck, even in a free tournament or against your clanmates in friendly battles. And guys, be sure to stay tuned for the Surgical Goblin Diego B replays. Those are just as cool in different ways because we're going to focus mainly on beatdown matchups. Again, Lavaloon and Golem. So guys, subscribe to the channel if you want to see that type of content. I upload videos every single day. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Huge shout out to Wen. Again, check out his player stats and profile. Thanks to statsroyale.com in the description below. Also, check out my YouTube partner, Bren Chong. His information is down below as well. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.